weather report today. Let's see. The weather forecast for tomorrow. Lightly and partially breezy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Stardew Valley. I think Curtis will agree. I need to chill out for a bit.
Meh.
Anyhow, today I thought of a topic literally while I was in the shower. And I need to talk about it now. You know how people, like the popular meme, you've seen it, Curtis. I know you have. I think we're the one that showed me it. Star Trek fans want to live in Star Trek. Star Wars fans want to go as Star Wars. Warhammer fans absolutely do not want to go to Warhammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's complete bullshit. Every single one of those things is like got a grimdark essence in it, and in Warhammer they do also have.
It is true.
Yeah, they both have grimdark essences in it. Because
not really.
Yeah, they do.
No, not to the same extent. Nowhere near the same extent.
Okay. So I'm glad that we're like not on the same page with this, because this means it's going to be an actual very interesting conversation. So thing is with Star Trek in particular, it is not always going to be the best of places. We need to water these damn plants that Ricky planted. I forgot about that. In Star Trek, in particular, they have roaming, all-powerful, like, beings that just randomly show up. And, like, fuck with you. And, like, can, like, put you into mind-bending games and everything else that normal people would not see that and, like, just be fucked. Like, honestly. And you fuck up one time with a Klingon or anything else of, like, that nature, your ass is grass. And if you're bad for business, a Ferengi will have no issue offing you in, like, the corner of the room. Or just, like, to your face. If it doesn't affect business, they'll do it. If you affect their business, they'll get ya. Which is wild to me that people are like, well, no, Star Trek's better than Warhammer. Yes, it's better than Warhammer because, like, there's actual progression and, like, a reasoning and understanding, and some people try to do that. But you constantly forget there are places and things that if you go to as, like, a normal person, you're just straight up dead. Because you've offended some religious rule or something, and now you have an entire planet after your ass.
Okay, you want to know my immediate rebuttal?
I can kind of hear it a little bit.
You've just described modern-day Earth.
I know. But...
So it's...
Actually, no, I didn't, because of the all-powerful beings.
No.
And
depending on where you live in the world, David, there are airstrikes currently going on where it's just like, oh yeah, the sun is not like an actual like nuke or anything, but like an explosive the size of a small car could be dropped on your head and you'd be gone in a second.
Yeah, but it's still it's like that. But here's the thing.
Also, you forget
my rebuttal.
Most people in the Star Trek universe. Much like the regular people of our Earth. I'm never going to encounter that shit.
It's most likely not, but this is a better point. Who's got the best jobs? Who's got the jobs? Yeah, it's Star Command. It's Fleet Command.
No, if you're talking jobs in general, most of the jobs in Starfleet are, like...
pretty basic,
backseat jobs.
Yeah, but... you're more often than not, even if you do take a backseat job, you're going to make a friend, and that friend's going to be like, oh, I want to go explore the wild or something. There's going to be that one person in the friend group that's going to, like, inevitably drag you all along. Key in point, I think me or Jackson would probably be the ones to do it. If not Ricky himself. If we got transported Star Trek, it'd be Ricky, me, or Jackson that would be like, go do this. Hell, you might do it too.
You just have to understand that it has the same rules as our world. So it's like, okay,
well,
sure, we'll go exploring.
No, it's a little bit more extremer than our world.
No, if you think about it. If you think about it for a minute, and let me finish. If you think about it, it's the exact same. It's like, okay, we can go exploring. Like you and me right now, technically, if we wanted to, we could go, okay, I want to go travel the world. And we could go do it. But there are places that it's like, oh, well, I want to go to like, I don't know, slightly topical. It's like, oh, I want to go to Ukraine. It's like, okay, that's a bad idea right now. We shouldn't go near that. Maybe that can be done later. Same thing in Star Trek. It's like, I want to go to Klingon space. And it's like, okay, no, it would be
Well, no,
fun, but
even
like,
okay. So here's my other thing. There are too many factions that are like always like more successful than the factions that exist in our world about toppling
no,
governments and doing that. Yeah.
no, not
Um,
particularly. You
I
forget,
forget
David. You have to
I forget
scale
the
things.
name, but
You have to scale things.
yeah.
You're forgetting to scale. Like, yes, it happens more often, but you're not taking into account that it's an entire galaxy with multiple living, like multiple life forms of differing race, equality, upbringing, and the like religions and societies. It's like, yeah, those things are gonna get, mixed up and like things happen. Same thing in our world. Religions don't mix. Societies don't mix. Ideologies don't mix. What happens? Same rough approximation. When in Star Trek, there is, to my knowledge, in modern Star Trek, there is not a current war going on.
Yeah, there
There's,
is.
if you say the Klingons,
I think
that's a
it's the
Cold War. That's like
it says
Russia and
something with
America.
a J. I forget what they're called. I think it's like Jakarsi or something. I
Well,
I'm
I don't
not
know,
a very
but
big Star Trek fan. I barely know much about it, but I do
yeah,
know that
but
there is like several factions that are like Klingons. Klingons are more of a warrior race. When they come to kill you, they just go up in front of you and do it. Then there's like the ones that I just referenced. I forget what their name is. But they are the current ones of like not good.
yeah, but across the course of like Star Trek, there have been wars and stuff. Like people have been fighting, but I don't know of a time where there was a constant war, unless it like, because like those things get figured out. Like even the Klingons, like as far as I'm aware, the Klingons, it's very similar to like the Russians and the Americans during the Cold War. It's like you don't go here, we don't go here. You don't fuck with our shit, we don't fuck with your shit. But in the background, we're
Yeah, and that's kind of
gonna
a
do
little
it.
bit more like what's going on, to my understanding, in modern Star Trek, which
Yeah,
I don't really know because I think it's
which
like new
is the
generation.
yeah, which again, same thing that's happening in our world. It's like okay, we people don't want to go to like open war. That's bad. So we're gonna do espionage wars and up each other and other things, and it's like we show our power through this. It's very similar. So
All right, so the next
I
place, Star Wars.
Star Wars, same thing.
No, 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 no.
Hmm.
It's worse. Ricky has even gone on record saying, "Yeah, no, some things
It's
about
not.
Star Wars are
Okay,
like almost
if we're
to the
talking
par."
if we're talking compared to Star Trek and to our world, I would rather live here, to be perfectly honest, than Star Wars. But if I had to go to like, if I had to go to a universe that was like Star Trek, Warhammer, or Star Wars, Star Wars
You're
is
pick.
not
Yeah,
horrible.
Star
It's like
Wars.
yes,
It depends on the
you
era.
can encounter shit that could be pretty bad.
Depends on the era, really.
It depends on the
But
era. It depends on what you're doing.
again, there is there's people that go on like to the planets and everything, but you're in that scenario and you have access to do certain things. Like I don't understand like the oh god, what the hell was that one place that was like big in the Disney Channel show?
Lothal?
No, other one. pirate one. What's that one place called?
Oh,
At
you watched that? I didn't think you watched that.
We watched it together.
Anyway,
At places like At totally do exist. Of like, oh, we're going to like,
yeah, but do you not remember the part where they were like, "Oh, this place hasn't been seen in 1,000 years, and this is like a very rare thing that's only like happened this one time."
yeah, it's a rare thing, but it does happen. It goes with your point.
Yeah, it's like
You're arguing
it's
against your own point now.
well, no, I'm not, because shit like that exists in our modern world as well. There are places out there that I could literally look up that are like, there is an island in the middle of nowhere where there are indigenous people that still have not gotten out of the Stone Age.
Actually, there has been like recent like findings that they might be. I don't put too much stock into that, but there is reasonable enough like to say possibly they're trying to move into like more of like a building age, because they seen like a thing that's been like cleared deliberately to like make way for something.
Yeah, but still, it's the same thing of like, yeah, there are the places that are like, don't conform to what you would expect, but also there's always the places where it's like, yeah, this is just like you are living on a planet.
Yeah, but Warhammer has places
And
like that too.
they are far less common. Like I can name multiple places in Star Wars that are like, hey, we're this is just a planet. We have cities, people work like 9 to 5 jobs or like whatever the time is on the planet, because all that.
Yeah.
I can't name. I don't think I can off the top of my head name like one city or like one planet in Warhammer that it's like, oh, this is an average Joe like planet that just like people work on 9 to 5. They get paid a decent wage. They live in like decent living, except for like agri worlds. I
Even
can't
then,
really think.
agri worlds have like a
And
lot of problems.
most agri worlds are like, all right, you are working like 18-hour days. You have to be there like on the dot. You are living in shit conditions. We're not gonna pay you jack. You get paid in food. That's it. And it's like that's your life, and you're probably never gonna get out of that. But in like Star Wars, you can straight up like I know that it can take a bit, but if you want to get enough credits together to get enough money to get to like not buy a ship, but just to book passage to a different planet and like find a job, it's not that hard.
Okay,
Like
so you're making the case that anything is better.
most things are better than Warhammer, yes.
Well, yeah,
In the scale of things, it's definitely Star Trek is best. Star Wars is like,
mid.
depending on where you go, it's like it's pretty okay.
No, it's mid
Like
because anything because you forget the huts and the
most places
pikes
you
are
go in
like
Star Wars,
everywhere. They don't really.
most places you go, depending on where you go, unless you're going to like, if we're talking about Star Wars, as long as you stick to the inner rim, the mid rim, or some of the outer rim, you're probably fine.
Mm,
Like if you're living like an exploratory life, like if you're a ship captain, that's like if you were like a driver in the real world. It's like, yeah, depending on what you're shipping, you you might get like pulled over by like a crazy guy with a gun who wants what's in the back of your truck.
look,
it's
I do admit that Star Wars is like not as bad, and just because George Lucas, the way George Lucas wrote it, he wrote Star Wars to be a western. You know that, right?
it yes, it plays that way the best, but it can Star Wars is not a genre. It is a universe that any genre can be in.
True.
It's like, yeah, Western styles, they work real well with Star Wars. But you can do a lot of other shit with it, and it just works as long as it's unless as long as you are just doing good writing in general. Most stories can fit into Star Wars. Same thing with like Star Trek, kind of like you can have any kind of situation in Star Trek where it's like we're doing a Western theme, or we're doing a. It's most of the time ships, because let's be honest, Star Trek, as far as I'm aware, is not very interesting besides like the space stuff.
Star Trek is more close to like I hesitate to say the colonialism expansion, but it is pretty close to
I mean,
that.
it is. Yeah, it is.
I hesitate to say it, but I think it is like true.
You're
But
not
again,
wrong.
Warhammer, I will agree, is like
Like,
absolutely.
yeah,
Why are you there?
Warhammer is the worst. Like, there are
I know, but
places.
I think that normal people that don't like know as much as like me and you about like Warhammer and like other things, they just kind of need small baths for some.
Yeah, but like to be fair, even in Warhammer, as I said, there are places that you can be that are like just chill. Like you can be a farmer and like live on a farm and just like make food, and you pay the government, and you make sure your planet gets their tithe, and you keep doing that, and you get paid a good amount of money, and you have like food, water, electricity, you have access to
And
like,
then the Imperial
probably not.
Governor pisses off a fucking Inquisitor, and then you're stuck.
Well, that can happen too, yeah. Or like the imperial governor is like, you know what? I want to change this agri world into like I want to change this entire agri world into a pleasure world, and he fucks over everything because it's like, well, nope, we can't pay our tithe anymore, and nothing works anymore, and everything's fucked. And oh well, now the Imperium's here, and they're like, well, we can't pay our taxes, and they're like, okay, well, we're taking your people. Because that happens. Like I don't know of the specific story, but I know that has specifically happened.
I
Where it was
mean,
like,
Ricky's done that
hang
in that
on.
Warhammer thing that we all do. I know he's done. He's done it. He had me go do it with him. Like before I got involved in the Inquisition, he had me go along with him to go do that. I remember that shit.
Yeah, and as I stated, it can depend. It can very much depend on like, because there are planets that like, and you have to remember, Star Trek. I'm fairly certain people live for a lot longer than they do
Oh,
in
they
like
live
modern time.
astronomically, and they are always constantly death is a revolving door.
Yeah, they figure out shit, and they have a lot more time to do things. In like Warhammer, you might live like, I know that you live longer than like average in our world, simply because of like advances in medicine. Even though it's like, oh, we're in the dark age of technology, nothing can be remembered, and yada yada yada.
Actually, I don't know how long people live in Warhammer.
I think it is mildly above average.
I think it's
It's not.
a little better than ours.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not
Purely because there's like
astronomically
so many
longer.
people that we constantly hear like heroes, the people that like should not be alive but are alive. They're like they're
That's
hundreds of
different
years
than what I'm
old,
talking.
but
That's different than what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just like your average Joe, how
I
long they
know, but
live.
the average Joe Schmo isn't
Heroes,
going to like
heroes, and important people can live for a very long time because they have
yeah.
a specific thing that it's like,
Well, no,
oh, we have rejuvenate.
even the ones that don't
We have
take
magical.
rejuvenant still live like a ridiculous time for how quickly
Most of
they
the
should
time,
die.
most of the time, if you hear of the people that are like, oh, they're like over 200 years old, those people take rejuvenate. Like, even if they don't say they do, I'm pretty sure that they do, just because they have to. Like, you live longer in Warhammer than you do at like a normal, you would like here, but it's not like a ridiculous amount. Like, you could live to be like 120 would be like a real good age, and like that'd be a real good age here, but like it's a bit more achievable in Warhammer. And to be fair, I'm talking about like a person who lives on an agri world, who isn't in constant fighting, because then your life expectancy is like 30.
No, your life expectancy when you're fighting is like
No, like if
15
you're on a planet
minutes.
if you're on a planet where there's fighting, not if you are the one fighting. If you're on the front lines as a guardsman, your life expectancy is like
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Better than a hell diver.
Yep, 7 minutes.
7 minutes is the average time hell divers stay alive. Which is semi funny and semi like little bit because I actually, you know what? No, the Imperium does put a lot better into training guardsmen than the Helldivers do.
I was about to say, I was like, if you say that Helldivers have any form of training, you are
They know
kidding.
how to dive underneath oncoming barrage.
They know how to shoot a gun. They know how to
Barely.
shoot a gun. Barely. They get taught. They don't even get taught that. They're like, here's a gun. Figure it out. And it's like,
I mean, to be fair, I do think they actually do have like.
No, the Imperium takes time to
training.
actually train. The Imperium actually takes time to train people. I know that as a fact. Like even a guard, like even a, we say like a guardsman, but like actual guardsmen aren't like guardsmen. It's weird when you look into it, but it's like your regular PDF soldier. So it's like,
The PDF,
yeah,
I think,
he'll
has a
never.
little bit better of a life expectancy when there's guardsmen there.
Yeah. Well, actual guardsmen are like Navy SEALs. They're like tough as shit. But yeah,
I
like
would not say Navy SEALs. I would compare them more to the airborne.
no, I believe I literally asked Ricky this question. He was like, "Yeah, they are actual guardsmen. They're
Well,
like
I'm
guardsmen or
gonna
bad."
disagree on purely because Navy SEALs are not their designation. Their MOS is not meant to do what the guardsmen do. The guardsmen are very closer to the Army doctrine, which would put them with airborne, purely because they can be mobilized and moved anywhere
It is
very
a
quickly and
manner.
rapidly deployed.
It is
And
a
then
manner of
they are
speaking.
there
If
to
you
take the equivalent of a country.
if you wanted to know the actual designation of what is a Navy SEAL in Warhammer, it's what are they called? Navy
Tempest
breachers.
Assassins. Well,
No, it's Navy breachers. It's Navy
naval
like breachers.
breachers.
Yeah, those are your like because we don't have a lot of boats in space, David. Uh,
I mean, they do.
those aren't boats. Those are spaceships. Those are different.
Are you? We're still talking about fuck. We're still talking
Warhammer.
yeah, we're still talking about Warhammer, right?
Yeah. Spec ops are like Tempesta Scions. Guardsmen are like the equivalent of like I don't actually know what like a very high ranking or like what's like those specialists in the army? Actually,
Are you talking about like the team that is equivalent? The Navy has the SEALs, the Marines have the Raiders.
the army has.
Airborne. It's airborne assault. I'm pretty sure that's
Oh, is it
Rangers.
just called airborne? No,
It's
airborne.
Rangers, but
Oh, Rangers. Yeah, there you go.
airborne
Guardsmen are like
Rangers. I
guardsmen are
mean,
like
airborne
Rangers.
Rangers can't be beat. Don't quote me on that. I heard that from like a while ago from one of my old like Boy Scout friends.
I've heard that one too. I have finished the path.
Lovely. We're gonna go for one more day, then we're gonna end it.
For this.
I am
For this.
very much enjoying this discussion because it's like one of those things we can keep going on. But no, it would be Rangers. And, well, this is the kind of the difficult part because when you talk about the army, then you could talk about Delta because Delta So we don't. This is a fun thing. Us as Americans, we don't even actually know who the fuck or what Delta does. We have no clue about that. And we don't know what the qualifications, other than like a handful of people have literally said, it's you get scouted because you know somebody who knows somebody. But they only pick from like the best of the best. Like quite literally, you have to pick from people who have gone to Ranger School, tabbed it, have a exemplary record, I suppose, would be the closest thing I think somebody's ever said. You have to have exemplary record for that, and then you get like tapped on the shoulder. Hey, you want to do something fun?
What do you mean this with the weeds? What weeds? Hey, David, all the plants are dead.
Are you? Oh, it's first. Cool. I knew he planted these way too late.
Well, go buy some new plants. We'll look at the farm anywhere you're going.
All right. I'm gonna real quick check the bundles so I know what I have to absolutely get. Okay, summer foraging bundles. So it's summertime. Summer crops. Tomato, hot pepper, and blueberries and melons. Tomatoes, blueberries, and peppers respawn, don't they? Melons are the only ones that are like...
I don't know.
I think melons are like the only ones that don't.
You are the farming boy. I do everything else.
Okay, so I think maybe blueberries we go into?
Either one. I would go for like, are parsnips an option or like?
Parsnips are not an option. Those are only during like the fall, or no, they're only during the spring. Parsnips are last season. I'll be back with crops. Oh, it's locked currently. But no, I would equivalent this. Army would probably be that they got so many because there are so many MOSs, and I keep learning more about each one. So, for the Navy, there's SWIC and then there's SEALs. SWIC kind of does what SEALs do, but I don't really understand other than I think SWIC is more based in like they're more based in like rivers and stuff. That's like the only difference that I could really like try and figure out about that. Cool. Hey, Perry. We need melon. We need pepper. We need blueberry, and we need tomato. Oh, we can get wheat seeds now.
Wheat would probably be pretty good.
Oh, sunflowers are what we normally do because they take 8 days
Oh, no, wait.
and they.
No, don't grab wheat yet because we don't have what we need to turn it into like flour.
Oh shit! No, we're doing corn because corn goes into fall.
That's right. Grab corn. Don't grab wheat because we don't have the things to turn it into flour.
Okay,
which
cool.
Make it
I have like 8 corn. Don't worry, I can go sell some stuff. We've just been real bad about doing that this playthrough, like sell things.
I just sold a bunch of stuff the other day. That's where we got all the money.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I went ahead and got like 8 corn plus the rest for the bundles. Sorry.
Well, if it gets us money, I'm not gonna,
Yeah, and besides, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, hold on. I can read them. And produce after first harvest. Produce after first harvest. Yeah, peppers, tomatoes, and blueberries all produce after first harvest, and I was correct. Melons are the only one that are, like, bastards. Oh, wait, not an axe. I need a hoe. Yes, I'm making a little corner just so I can do the bundles in one area.
Is he not even using my lovely,
Well,
my
no, I
lovely
am.
new?
I'm putting corn in it. I'm putting the money maker in the actual area.
Unfortunately, we can't mill anything right now because we don't have a mill.
But no, I keep learning about them. But I do know what Delta Force would be in terms of the Imperium of Man. And there are two options for it. It is either going to be the very obvious option of the Custodes.
No.
It no Delta. They are the best of the best, and apparently in everything they do. I This is
No,
that you
no,
don't know anything about them.
you need to keep it to like the human
Yeah.
groups, not the abhumans.
Well, no, you can do the abhuman groups too.
It doesn't fit as well when you get into it because it's like no. But either
You
way,
can
we'll
do
get
it
back to the
because
topic.
Custodes are very weird, and so is Delta. Delta's really weird. When
Yeah,
you
but Delta's still people.
Delta is still people, but I would actually need to do some research, a little bit of like something, because I have heard something in the grapevine that if it is true, and I'll tell you after that, because I don't put things that would be false online, or I try to police myself whenever we do put things online we say are facts, so that we don't have fuck ups, and if we ever do, we'll go back and either defend them or we'll have a sorry, this is this.
Mm.
Okay,
I won't defend my actions.
I will.
I don't need to.
You should. I'll do that.
But to get back to our original topic, I do very much agree with the meme where it's like Star Trek people want to go to Star Trek, Star Wars people want to go to Star Wars, Warhammer people don't want to go to Warhammer.
Absolutely not. But the second option for who Delta Force would be, it'd be the Inquisitorial agents.
That fits better, yeah.
Purely because they operate similarly on the basis of they do shit you are not supposed to learn about. And if you learn about it, how'd you learn about it?
How did you know this is a thing? You're supposed to know this.
You're not supposed to know this. You can be disappeared for this. I'm gonna smelt all the iron ore we have.
Go for it.
Um,
Whenever we get on next, it'll be mining day.
True.
Because we need more furnaces. And copper's not a bad way to
Well,
sell it.
that's fine actually, because we actually have to do a dual thing, because I have to go help a elderly family member with their house tomorrow. So, oh my god, we had a perfect amount for 4 iron bars. I kind of want to go sell this diamond. Or actually, no, I can sell this. I can sell the slimes.
No,
Or,
no, you can go ahead and sell them. For some reason, I remember there being a use for them, but I
oh, hold on.
don't
Let me
think that's.
check the resources then.
And I think it's till later, and we can just kill more slimes.
Yeah, slimes are like a dime a dozen in the damn mines.
Yeah, but the actual slime itself can be hard to get.
Um, but yeah, actually, while we still have time, uh, who would you say are the Marines of Warhammer 40k? Because you said you
Are you
didn't
talking
want to
about
have
Space Marines or
humans.
are you talking about Marines?
Marines, because you
The
said you didn't
United
want.
States Marines.
Yeah, who would you say in Warhammer would be the closest ones to the Marines?
And Navy Breachers. Or, like, the people that stay on ships. Navy Breachers are like SEAL team.
Ah, but naval breachers fall a little bit along the lines of they operate like puddle pirates. Or, I'm sorry that I said that because that's gonna get somebody riled up. Not puddle pirates. They are
I don't know the fuck
river
he's talking about.
pirates would probably be better. Which, by the way, really interesting that we have people who like actively do patrols on like rivers and stuff because we never hear shit about what they do.
Yeah, because normally it's pretty chill.
Actually, it's not. They
Well, it
are
depends on where you are.
no Swix
But yeah, if
are
you
classified as
patrol
special forces,
you,
I believe. I'd have to go double check that, but I feel comfortable enough saying that from the things that I do hear about that I do think they are qualified for SF.
see, he knows the terms, guys. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I'm weird. I I'm not ready to share that yet about myself. We will call it here. Curtis, do you have a fun fact?
You give me a minute, I can get home and I can find one.
I'm very happy we had this episode go this way we did because now I like just remembered why I'm so aggravated. uh,
Um, eh.
we need to go crack these geodes.
Yeah, well, you spent all the money, so.
I'm sorry, I went ahead and did it because it was like, why not? I can give a fun military one that I think people in like the military community or people who like listening to military history already kind of know, but I think it would be interesting for everyone else.
Uh, yeah, there you go. That's an interesting one. That's a short one, though. Your fun fact for the day is that
I'll save mine for a later date.
an ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain.
Good lord, that's just T-Rex standards, isn't it?
That's most animals, to be fair, actually. Most animals don't have a very large brain.
Anyhow.
Oh, I can make fish traps.
Oh, good. Oh, damn, you sold pretty much all of it.
I went to the I went fishing and so I caught fish. I sold all of that.
All right, cool. Thank you all for joining us. Talk to you all in the next one. Bye.